So, one thing that's been on my mind, and it's been something I've been reading more and more about, related to especially those people that are going out and doing public speaking engagements, is this notion of, I guess notion might not be the best word for this, but the need for people to be more mindful of who are the people that are asked to speak at different conferences and events, whether it's big or large. And if you are not seeing a representative mixture of people, having the fortitude to step back and say, I'm not taking part in this. Have you been witnessing some of that, and have you been trying to work with people that are public speaking or public speaking yourself, and trying to help change the diversity of people and voices that are showcased?
My clients are diverse. They're mostly women, but they're women of all races. And I'm in the National Speakers Association, and one of our initiatives, especially the Central Florida chapter, is to make sure that there's a diversity of voices. They have members of all races and sexes, and we need to have more than one voice or type of voice being heard. And it makes for better leaders, better organizations, and more. Just look at the protests. When the protests got more diverse and people start, oh yes, I understand Black Lives Matter. Oh, I understand that Black people are not treated the same by the police. Then you can solve problems. When everybody gets on the same page, when you can see another point of view, when you can have empathy, it makes it easier to solve problems and make the world a better place. So it's as simple as making sure you have a speaker that speaks from a different perspective from yours, that it just enhances solving problems and makes our solutions better. Because when you have a skin in the game and when you're part of the solution, you're not going to tear down your house if you help to build it.
I know one recommendation that different vocal groups are talking about is, if you are being asked to be a keynote speaker and you look around and you notice the other speakers being asked, it's not a diverse collection of voices, that you proactively say, I am going to turn down this keynote, but I would very much appreciate this person takes my place to offer a more diverse type of speakers, and giving the platform to people that might not necessarily always be able to be offered, or aren't normally offered that platform. Are you seeing any other ways that people can, besides that, of other ways to make sure that we're doing the parts that we need to be to keep pushing that there needs to be a different types of stories and voices and thoughts and opinions coming in?
Well, as speakers, when you accept a speaking engagement, one of the things you should do is sit down with the organizer and not just talk about what you're going to talk about, find out who some of the other speakers are. You want to make sure you're aligned with the rest of the program, but you also can take that opportunity to see if the program's balanced, if there are opportunities that maybe that they needed. You see opportunities that they need to hear a different voice, and you could suggest, or it's just an opportunity. By sitting down and talking to the organizer, you can find out where you can help them. You can help as a speaker strengthen their program. So that's one of the things as speakers we have to do. We need to sit down and not just look at our slice of the pie, but look at the bigger picture.
Okay, I love that. Yep, absolutely. Especially as organizers, sometimes you can, because I'm more on that side of being the organizer, that you need people to pull you out of your rabbit hole and say, look, this is what this whole program is speaking to me about. How about we bring in, and I know this person and that person, I think they would be amazing for this. That, yes, absolutely. And one thing that I love that you talked about is the fact that, and the women that are speaking up right now, that are at that crossroads that you talked about, and the fact that women are, do have that skill set to really showcase their strength in times of crisis. What are some of those specific types of skill sets or things that women can be looking at within themselves that could be harnessed in a powerful way?
If you've ever been in a family or had children or had a spouse, you know that you have to have communication skills and have to have the ability to compromise. So we have the leadership skills. We know how to run budgets. We know how to run family meetings. We know how to organize and make sure, juggling everybody's schedule. And if you have kids, you're juggling their extracurricular activities, keeping them on task. So we know how to manage our team. So that just running the household, there's so many skills we take for granted that we do every day, from financing to planning to strategizing and just basic communication and long range planning. We do it all the time. We just don't recognize those as valuable skills or skills that can be parlayed or transferred into different areas. But we have them. We have them. We use them all the time.
Yep. I agree. I hear that a lot too with the discussion around women who left the workforce and come back in, and how much corporate America needs to realize that these skill sets that women are harnessing in those periods are incredibly beneficial and applicable in the corporate world. So lastly, I want to make sure that everybody knows how to connect with you, reach out to you. If there's anything that you have that's coming up, whether it's speaking engagements or workshops or anything like that. So let us know how everybody can connect with you.
Well, the easiest way would go to my Facebook page, which is betterspeakingskills.com. You can email me at Rosalyn at betterspeakingskills.us. I have a monthly newsletter that I have video and a blog in. And so you could go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. My website is betterspeakingskills.us. So the Facebook is .com, betterspeakingskills.com, and the website is betterspeakingskills.us. But if you do Better Speaking Skills, you'll reach me.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story. And I hope that we will hear many more things to come, especially as your story evolves and you get to share your gift with everybody.
Well, thank you, Catherine. Thank you for inviting me and enjoying and letting me join the Let Her Speak community. I'm honored to be a part of She Speaks, and keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you, Rosalyn.